HQ presented by Nerd Wallet. Pete Prisco ranking the remaining 8 playoff teams. And what jumps out is that the Cincinnati Bengals, who are the last ranked playoff team, according to Pete, started the season at 29.
Yeah. I wasn't convinced that Joe Burrow was going to be all the way back. That was part of my concern. How healthy.
I get that. Why are they 8th, though?
You think they should be ahead of?
Who should they be ahead of?
I mean, I'd put them ahead of the 49ers.
You would?
Yeah. The way their offense is playing right now, I don't know why you wouldn't put them ahead.
Didn't the 49ers go there and beat them?
I believe so, but I'm saying right now.
Well,
I mean, like no different than you had one at 29 at one point. Now they're in the top 8.
The 49ers aren't playing better than the Bengals?
I would say right now I trust the offense of the Bengals and what they've been doing as opposed to what the 49ers.
Let's put a pin in that for now. We'll get to that in a second. Let's start at the top. Let's go top to bottom, and it's the Green Bay Packers, number 1. Even though, Pete, you picked the Bills to win the Super Bowl before the season, and as far as I know, you still have the Bills winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but I think Green Bay right now is the best team, and they're at home. Buffalo's got a tough road. They got to go to Kansas City, and I think that makes it tougher. But I think Green Bay is the most well-rounded team because Aaron Rodgers, Josh Allen's been great, but he's not Aaron Rodgers.
Wait. So Green Bay has an easier road. Buffalo has a tougher road, but you think Buffalo's going to win the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
So why not? Why wouldn't they be number 1?
Because they're not the best team. The best team doesn't always win. The Bucs weren't the best team last year.
I get that. It's just that
the Bucs weren't the best team last year.
Well, I mean, they were when it was all said and done.
But when they went into the postseason, they weren't.
They were when it was all said and done.
When they went into the postseason, would you have ranked them number 1?
Probably not. Probably not.
Well, that's why I ranked.
If Green Bay is the best team right now, why won't they win it all?
Well, they can. I think they're going to get there. It'll be between them and the Bills in the championship game. That's who I picked. Packers and Bills.
What's stopping them from winning it all?
Josh Allen could stop them from winning it all.
Okay. I think
we could see.
I think the Bills probably should have been number 1.
Here's what could stop them. All right, their defense has a hard time stopping the run. I think to Pete's point, if you put the Packers and Bills up against one another, no doubt the Bills have a chance of winning that matchup. The question really becomes, what happens if someone along the way to that Super Bowl gets in the way, runs on them? Rodgers gets
49ers.
49ers are one of those teams, obviously this week. But then even looking at the NFC Championship game, the Rams are another team that could. So I think that's more of what you're looking at to Pete's point. I agree with you. The Packers are the best team in the playoffs currently right now. But what could stand in the way is just what their weakness is. And I think that's their inability to stop the run.
And if they played the Bills don't run the ball anyway.
Exactly. So that's where, again, I think you give them a chance to be able to win it all because of how those two teams match up. It's all about matchups.
Bills over the Chiefs for number 2, and you have the Bills beating the Chiefs.
I do. I think they're the better team right now, as a whole. I think the quarterbacks are comparable right now. I think as a whole, they're the better team. I think defensively, they're better than the Chiefs. The Chiefs' defense was very good against
Pittsburgh. Do you factor in
Pittsburgh.
coaching to this? Because I know you complimented Leslie Frazier the job he's done, but it's still Andy Reid.
Yeah, Andy Reid.
Still Steve Spagnuolo and the job they've done, too.
And they've done a good job. I mean, look, Andy Reid's special. He's one of the special coaches in the league. But
he's a future Hall of Famer.
And I think Sean McDermott's very good, though. I really do. And Brian Dable's done a good job with the offense, and Leslie Frazier's done a good job with the defense. They have a good staff. Both teams have good staff. So
I would say, I mean, you obviously had them ranked 2 and 3. It's as even as it gets, and you can see the betting odds here to win the AFC. I mean, obviously, look, let's be real. The AFC Championship game is happening this weekend. It's between the Chiefs and the Bills. I hate to say it, but they're the best 2 in the AFC. They happen to be playing each other this weekend. That's essentially what will determine who's going to go on to the Super Bowl.
Be careful with that. We've seen that play out in sports a lot of time where the one team...
I have no problem making that declaration. You, on the other hand, have the team that you said will win 2 Super Bowls in the next 10 years. Now we're looking at 8. All the way down there at number 8 right now.
How about the Titans? I'm surprised to see, I know they're the 1 seed. I'm surprised to see the Titans ahead of the Buccaneers.
The way the Bucs are playing right now, I'm a little concerned about them. All the injuries across the board.
The injuries are the only concern. It's not like they're playing bad, though, despite that.
But Godwin not being there takes away a big chunk of that offense. The fact that Antonio Brown isn't there, believe it or not, that takes away something. Quarterback scale is sickening, by the way, if you compare Tom Brady to Ryan Tannehill. But Ryan Tannehill is capable. That's what he is.
Played great Week 18. Yeah. Last time out, he played fantastic.
Yeah, he's capable. He's more than capable. So, look, the Titans are a tough, nasty, physical team. They really are. And they've taken on the personality of their coach, and they're going to get in your face. They're going to run the ball. They're going to hit you in the mouth. And they're going to be a hard team to beat. It's not easy to beat the Tennessee Titans. And no matter what, if the Titans win this week, the Bills and or the Chiefs are going to have problems against the Tennessee Titans. They're physical.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, football's still a physical game. We saw that play on the Super Bowl, right? With the Chiefs' banged-up offensive line. I mean, Patrick Mahomes was running for his life. I get that. I don't think we have that same sort of matchup with the winner of Kansas City and Buffalo taking on the Titans if that's who advances.
The Titans,
I don't see it the same way.
The Titans beat the Bills earlier this season.
I know.
And it was the same scenario. They went to Kansas City and
look,
won.
The Saints beat the Bucs, and then we saw that played out last year in the playoffs.
No. But they went to Kansas City and won. And then the following week, they went to Nashville and lost. And if they go to Kansas City and win this week, then they have to go to Nashville.
You can say and play whatever game you want to play.
Lay it out facts.
This is the playoffs. This is how it works.
I picked the Bills to win, so obviously I think they're going to win. But you don't discount the Titans. They're tough. They're physical.
I'm not discounting. They're the number one seed in the AFC.
You are. You picked the Bengals to beat them.
Because of the matchup. Okay. And I think they're going to have a hard time stopping Jamar Chase like every other person in the NFL this year. He's been phenomenal. So as Higgins has come along, and you've got Boyd, you've got the tight end, and mix in the backfield.
Can they block them?
Stop. They can get the ball out quick. I don't have to block for that long.
And they block them. That's the blocking and tackling. It always comes down to that.
I interrupted you guys earlier when you were debating the 49ers and the Bengals. Pete has the 49ers ahead of the Bengals.
They're a better team right now.
He thinks that? I don't right now.
No, they don't have a better quarterback.
I think that's what you're talking about for 7-8, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they have a better team.
I still can't believe, I mean, as big of a Joe Burrow guy as you have been for years, that you not only did you start the season with the Bengals bottom 5 in the NFL, number 29.
The bottom of the playoffs.
I was concerned.
And now you have them losing.
You know what's going to happen? This is how life works. They're going to end up going to the Super Bowl just to prove him wrong because he's the guy that makes the declaration.
But then he'll say,
but then doesn't believe it.
I was right.
Yeah.
I was concerned about Burrow coming off the knee. I was. We didn't know where he was going to be right away. And early in the season, quite frankly, he looked like he was a little gun shy.
And you were concerned about Chase with the markings on the football?
That didn't matter one bit.
He's had drops this season.
Yeah, he had a couple drops last week. So, no. Look, the Bengals are a good team. The 49ers are better right now. They beat them at their place.
They beat them.
Pete's power rankings. They get a little bit easier as the playoffs go on. Next week, you'll just be ranking your top 4.
And you only use when a team's beating teams in their power rankings when you see fit. Like
sure,
we've been through your power rankings all year. You just decide when you want to put a team ahead of another team when they beat them. That's your formula. It always has been.
No, I take a lot of things.
It's your rankings. You can do whatever you want to do. I'm just saying you contradict yourself every other week.
And you argued my rankings, and you were entitled to your own opinion.
I didn't think you were that far off with them, to be honest with you.
Which ones would you disagree with?
I've got Cincinnati obviously higher than that. I think I bumped them up a few spots.
You got them ahead of the Niners and
lower. Who? I think I put them ahead of the Titans because I think Cincinnati's going to win.
Wow.
But
the number one seed.
Ballpark.
You have the number 1 seed in the AFC at 7?
I can't remember what I put in. Jack could remind us. So he didn't obviously want to put mine up apparently. So.
No, you were supposed to pick mine apart. That was the whole idea.
Yeah, so we did.
Okay.
Pete guards his power. They're his power rank. He didn't know Brady Quinn power rankings.
You can't play with his toys.
The original power rankings of anybody who ever did them were done.
You were the first one to ever rank anything, weren't you? You came before the AP polls.
No, I was the first NFL power rankings.
He reminds me of my 3-year-old daughter. She doesn't like to share. Doesn't like
What is this, Super Bowl number 32 for you coming up this year?
Yes.
All right.
That's why I had to get the booster to make sure I went.
Yeah, we'll see you in L.A. All right, let's tee you up for this weekend. 2 great ones on CBS. Bengals, Titans. Our guys disagree on that. Pete likes the Titans. Brady likes the Bengals. That's Saturday, 4:30 Eastern in the very first divisional matchup of this weekend. And then on Sunday, in the last divisional matchup of the weekend, it's the Bills and the Chiefs, a rematch from last year's AFC Championship game. The winner going to be a heavy favorite to win the AFC.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.